I first saw part one of Ivan the Terrible in 1957 when I was very young, and I didn't like it at all. If someone had told me then that I would become a curator of Eisenstein's museum in Moscow and devote many years to studying this film, I wouldn't have believed him. The film seemed too artificial, too operatic. I didn't understand there was a spectacle within the spectacle. For example, in the very first scene, Ivan's coronation, we can see that Ivan controls or directs the entire ceremony simply by peremptory eye movements. He is like a conductor in complete command of his orchestra. But at the same time, he is speaking enthusiastically of his political program in a quite different manner. Eisenstein puts his own context in the scene by showing the Tsar on a podium in the middle of his courtiers, but surrounded by the imposing spiritual universe epitomized by the cathedral. Ivan will dominate the state on earth and challenge the authority of God in heaven. In January 1941, when Russia was on the eve of war with Germany, Eisenstein was invited to shoot Ivan the Terrible on the direct order of Stalin. Stalin wanted the film to be a kind of apologia for the Tsar, who had become the symbol of bloody tyranny, to be a historical justification of his own methods of ruling the country. Not in his wildest dreams did Stalin believe that Eisenstein could turn the subject in the exact opposite. Ivan, who was the contemporary of good Queen Bess, was an enigma. Historians still dispute his role in Russian history and his personality. He was an intellectual, cruel, and extremely religious. In the first third of his reign, he began a program of reforms, but later he became, to quote our critic Belinsky, a fallen angel. Shooting the film during the war in distant Almaty, Eisenstein sought to emphasize the Russian Renaissance, the richness of the culture the Germans were trying to destroy. When Stalin saw it, he was delighted and awarded the film the Stalin Prize of the first grade. He didn't understand the minor themes of images, music, and acting. He saw only the major theme of ritual and the rhetoric of Ivan's speeches.